Good morning. So, a couple of things you might be wondering right now. 1, where are you going today? I don't know. Or do I? 2, girl, why are you wearing lipstick when you're gonna have to put a mask on? This is like the second time I've put makeup on in the last 4 months at least. So I wanted to. Right now, I'm right at Grace Lord Park in Boonton, New Jersey. Boonton does not sound like it would be a town in New Jersey, but apparently it is. So we're gonna check it out. Unfortunately, it seems like there is not an overabundance of information about Grace Lord Park, located in Boonton, New Jersey. Boonton itself does have history that dates back to at least the mid-1700s. Boonton became its own township in 1867, and the land that became Boonton was part of Hanover and Pequannock originally. The main industry seems to have been iron ore, so there were iron forging businesses. I saw the pamphlets for this walking tour a couple of times, a couple different places along the trails at Grace Lord Park. I definitely want to learn more about it. At this park, you can find some walking trails. It looks like there are hiking trails, although some of them were blocked off at this point. I did see online that back in 2011, Grace Lord Park suffered a lot of damage at the hands of Hurricane Irene. And I know that more recently we have had a couple hurricanes and other large storms that have kind of felled many trees and caused some damage to natural places. So some of those trails may be typically open. At this point in time, though, I'm not entirely sure. There is play equipment for children located near the entrance of the park. There is a gazebo. There are picnic benches. You can also sit on just regular benches. You may also picnic. I did see many people picnicking. I did see a sign that said no dogs, although there definitely were people who had their dogs with them. I did see one biker, and I don't think I really explored all of the trails possible. So, this is the Rockaway River, as I believe I stated earlier. The river is stocked with trout for trout fishing. It looks like you can walk kind of down to get closer to the water's edge as well. Although many of those little paths down to the water were blocked off at this point in time. I'm thinking it's most likely because of the damage from different storms and things like that that the area has sustained. Hopefully, the township of Boonton and or the county, Morris County, are working to get any trails that had to be restored up and running once again, as this is a nice place to visit. It's really beautiful, it's really peaceful. As I mentioned earlier again, I really enjoy the sound of rushing water, so I find that quite peaceful. I also think it's quite beautiful to see the water, the rocks, the lush greenery around. There also is some historic ruins located at this park. I think I maybe found some of them, but I definitely did not explore the entire park. So I may have to go back and do some more exploration one day when I'm not wearing a dress sandals, and a full face of makeup. I think there are supposed to be some ruins around here, but I'm not really sure. But this is how I operate. I basically do a minimal amount of research before I come, just so I know where the location is, at least a little bit about what it has to offer, and then I'll go, I take pictures, I video, I explore, and then I do more research later, and I add it. Why is it that as soon as you put some sort of netting, police sign, do not cross, or no trespassing sign by a place, that makes it suddenly become so much more fascinating? That just because this orange little gate is here, I really want to go back there now. I'm going to respect it, and I'm not going to crawl over it. However, I am now about 20 times more interested in this area. Oh yeah, and that's not creepy at all. Just a random open door to some warehouse. You guys, is this bear poop? Like, I think this is bear poop. I will definitely have to double check, but that looks suspicious. This is definitely not from the bum of a deer. I hope you enjoyed the video on Grace Lord Park in Boonton, New Jersey, which is in Morris County. That was the park I got to explore today. It was right along the Rockaway River. It was not my original destination for today as far as our explorations go. My ultimate destination today had to be near Lake Mohawk, as my friend's toddler was turning 1 and she was having a birthday party for him. And it was the first time I was going to be able to meet him, given that last September I was very busy when he was born. And then when we got into the winter, we had the coronavirus outbreak and lockdown, everything like that. So I hadn't gotten the chance to meet him yet, so I really wanted to meet him. So originally I was looking for a park that was near where she lives. And she'd given me a couple suggestions, and one of them was, I think, Sparta Glen Park. So originally I was looking for that one. And I was thinking, okay, it sounds like it has some good trails to give you some good viewpoints for Lake Mohawk and some things like that. But I needed to get a birthday present for my friend's baby. And since my current day job is English teacher, I wanted to make sure I got him books. And the bookstore closest to me is in the opposite direction of where I had to go today. So I decided to look up other parks that were in other areas that were also in North Jersey, since the one closest to her was closed. So I found one that was in Morris Plains, which was pretty close to Boonton, and Grace Lord Park, which I've been interested in seeing for a little bit now. And I figured, okay, why not? I'll leave a little early. I'll go to Barnes & Noble. I'll go to Grace Lord Park. I'll go to Lake Mohawk area in Sussex County. I'd see my friend and her baby, and I did. I wore like a full face of makeup today, as you can probably tell, or at least somewhat tell. The lipstick I didn't even bother reapplying because I was wearing a mask for so much of the day and whatnot, and then it started getting late. But I also wore fake eyelashes. This is the second time in my life I was putting on fake eyelashes. And the application itself was like, okay. I'm like, okay, I probably need to practice if I really want to wear them. However, my eyes definitely feel kind of like heavier with them on. And I must have gotten some glue in my eye or something because my eyes burned. Basically, the first half of the day were burning. So I woke up feeling really tired this morning. I was really tired, really groggy. And then my eyes were burning, so I was driving to Morris Plains and feeling really annoyed at everything because I was tired. Number 1. Number 2, my eyes were burning. Number 3, people were driving ridiculously. And maybe it's because I was tired and a little uncomfortable that these things bothered me. But really, it was things like the speed limit is 50. Why are you going 50? Don't you know that's not how we drive in these parts? That sort of thing. So eventually I did get to do the thing I wanted to do. Went to Barnes & Noble, resisted the temptation of buying a book for myself about poltergeists and other hauntings. Got the baby some books that are appropriate for babies and some of that are bilingual. So 2 of the 3 were bilingual books. One was just in English. And then I got to go to the Lake Mohawk area in Sussex County. I did not really get to explore Lake Mohawk. I just drove by it. So I definitely want to go back and see that soon. But, I hope that you're enjoying these videos. If there's something I can do differently that would be helpful, let me know in the comments. I do want to provide some information for people, give them a little bit of a taste of the experience of going to these different places, let you know a bit about what to expect or the amenities. I think it's worth exploring. I've lived in New Jersey my entire life, and there's still a lot of things that I have yet to see. So it's definitely something that I feel strongly about, and I'm going to keep exploring. I'm going to keep sharing it. I know I've gotten ideas for places to go from things that other people have shared, so hopefully you guys will find this helpful. And if there's something I can do that would make it more helpful, let me know. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Central Jersey Girl 95. Have a good night.